this, but stay tuned. We're going to talk about his health issues.
Mm-hmm.
They always mess up like the first 30 seconds. And it's just this like weird glitch that...
Doesn't it like takes people time to react to the notification or whatever?
Yeah, but it's in processing afterwards. The first like 30 seconds, it goes garbled and then it comes back. So it'll come back approximately right now. So some of you maybe know this. If you're my patrons on patreon.com/DavisonVideo, I will include a link right here. But my son, this is my son, Max. Hello, Annadelle. He has been going through some health issues. So what happened last Tuesday, Max?
Well, I don't know. I have an ingrown toenail, and so we went to the hospital because my mom thought it was way worse than it really was.
Well, that's not true because...
Yeah, well, it's getting fixed. But
okay.
Yeah, anyways, so turns out I have just high blood pressure. That's it.
Well, it's more complicated than that, Max. You're minimizing it. You seem irritated. Okay.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't get why you had to tell everyone, but
well, I had to tell everyone on my Patreon because people they're expecting me to make videos, and frequently I think people think that YouTubers are, it's easier a job than it actually is. It's very time consuming. So if stuff happens in your life and you're just working on a video to video basis, you create delays for yourself. I currently don't have a bank of videos I can fall back on when I have personal stuff. So we went to the hospital because Max's toe was pretty much almost double its size.
No, it wasn't double
its
size. It was swollen. I don't get why you exaggerated so much.
I'm not exaggerating it because you underplay everything. You downplay everything. And I'm gonna say I'm not exaggerating it. So we went to the hospital and we got this doctor, and I was like, while we're at it, I want you to check Max's blood sugar and his blood pressure, because usually toe stuff can be correlated with diabetes, and you, Max, are overweight. Now, this is not saying anything that's negative against overweight people. This is not shaming you. We already know this. I'm not fat shaming you. It's more about health. Your weight is correlated to your health. And Max is about 6'3", and he weighed 288 pounds. So that's getting close to actually the limit of our scale, which is 300 pounds. So I've been telling him for a year, you got to eat less, but he's been in culinary school. So they've been cooking a lot of delicious food, which you then eat. And then you got in the habit of eating just, for the sake of eating or to like amuse yourself, right? Mm-hmm. Which is not a good habit to be in if you're not physically active. And in general, you're supposed to eat as fuel, not eat mindlessly. So Max knows now that it actually has consequences. And the consequence was when the doctor who fought me on this tested Max's blood pressure that night at the hospital, it was 165/110, which is dangerously high. And the doctor was shocked. He was like, oh my God. So he said, well, you're going to have to get this checked out. You'll have to go to another clinic. Here's a referral. And he didn't prescribe Max antibiotics for his toe, which was, I thought, completely stupid, because the next doctor took a look at it and pus was coming out of his toe, which I know sounds disgusting. So she put him on antibiotics for your skin. And Max, what is our plan now? And we've been doing something aggressive to treat his weight loss, and we're turning it actually into a video. So what are we doing to fix your weight situation?
Intermittent fasting.
So we watched a documentary called Fasting?
Yeah.
And it's available on Amazon. It's available from Real House. And so because we know that this is critical, Max needs to lose probably about 80 pounds minimum, be closer to like 200 pounds for his height. We are doing a day on where you have one meal replacement shake and the rest of the time water. And then a day off where he has one bar, one shake, and then a normal dinner equaling no more than 1,700 or 1,800 calories. So he's cycling one day on, one day off. When you fast, you don't die. It actually heals you. And especially if you're overweight, your body's going to go right in and start to burn off all that fat. There's been another YouTuber that lost a massive amount of weight, just water fasting. He literally did not eat, Max, for like a month and a half. He's not going to do that. I think that's ridiculous. He's got work to do. And you can achieve the same thing by intermittent cycling. So already, Max, within a week, how much weight have you already started to lose?
8 pounds.
8 pounds. And because he's so big, right, when you cut back the calories and you cut back the eating, automatically the excess food weight is gone. And we tested his blood pressure yesterday at the mall, and it was down to 141/94 or something like that. So that is still high, but it's not as worrying as 165 over 110. And every time he's had it tested, because when he got
it wasn't 165 over 110.
Yes,
it was 160 over 100.
It was 165. One of the reasons was 165 or 110. It was elevated. But the good news is extremely elevated. Every time you've had it tested, and the time when we went to the doctor and she gave you the antibiotics, the average was down to closer to like 145 over 100. So it keeps falling because I think it's directly correlated to his weight. Now, we don't know if it might have something to do with his kidneys, because this is what the doctor said. He also has to get his kidneys tested. But I think there's a direct, absolute relationship between your weight, and it's very abnormal for a 17-year-old, he's almost 18, to have such high blood pressure. To be facing that issue, but it's directly, to me, it's correlated with your weight. So I'm here because of FuziCon. Oh, okay. So Kevin says, I'm 6'3" and weigh 230. I must lose 25 pounds. Yes. Unless you're diabetic, then it complicates matters. Well, that's the thing. When we got his blood sugar tested, his blood sugar was actually very normal. So you're lucky you're not diabetic.
I know. See, so I'm reading a bit of the comments. I'm doing this fasting. Like I'm fine with that. I'm not unhappy. I can do it. Just if I do seem unhappy in the video, it's because I don't really appreciate having this being out in the open. I get it. Whatever. Fine. It's not the end of the world, but still at the same time, I'd rather keep this in private. But hey, whatever. I can't.
Well, I mean, but it's not something to be ashamed of. I think people can learn
it's not.
from it.
I don't know. I don't want. Anyways,
people are gonna. This is a victory story because we're taking a photo of Max every day, and we're gonna talk about your plan and show you shrinking. This is one time in your life and the only time you're ever going to get to shrink and transform yourself. And then after that, we can get you more muscular because you're built to be a big, strong guy. Like already I see a difference in like, I look at me, I'm tired by the way, guys. I got a cold, of course, because I was at like 3 different clinics. I got my blood tested last week, just regular stuff. But, and I worked all weekend to get caught up for my patrons. So you guys know I work for you. But Max, you already are starting to look better. You look better. You're deflating your health. Like being fat is so bad for people.
Blow my nose.
Oh, he's got to blow his nose. We got colds from going to clinics. That's what happens. So, yeah, James says, look up. That's my son. Look up Dr. Berg on YouTube. I'm doing 2 meals a day and going into 1 meal a day. Well, whoa, that's a loud nose blow. Max, listen to mom. You will not like what she has planned for you, but please understand you need to help her and who really loves you. Well, yeah, no, he is listening to me. I think it was a wake-up call for him because he wasn't registering, which is totally normal. Matt, he's having water, which is totally normal that he needed to lose weight and that it was a serious issue. Because I think that a lot of people don't think of their weight or they minimize their weight, kind of like the way people rationalize smoking. They're like, oh, 1 cigarette here, 1 cigarette there is not going to kill me. It's not a big deal. But it is a big deal because you're not paying for it now. You're paying for it 20 years from now. Max, though, at that high level that they recorded, would probably pay for it within the next 5 years or 10 years. So I think this was a wake-up call for you, was it not?
What do you mean?
Well, like a wake-up call that it's a big deal to be overweight. Like it kills you.
I knew it would kill it. I knew it would kill me.
But now you realize that it's not worth it, right? Yeah, it's not worth it. And so he's changing. And I'm really proud of you because so far you've been like really good with sticking to the plan. And it's going to reward you quickly because you're not going like, oh, we're just going to go down to 2,000 calories a day. That wouldn't like reverse your issues. And that's why it was good we watched the movie Fasting. Because I forget the title though. Is it called The Fasting Movie? Maybe it's called The Fasting Movie. Let me pull it up because it's worth it for people to watch. The Fasting Movie.
I think the movie is called Fasting.
Yeah. Fasting official film site. So fastingmovie.com. So I'll link to this in the chat. Because if you're facing similar things, like you can cure a lot of health issues by practicing intermittent fasting. It's amazing. What were you going to say?
Nothing.
So repeat the diet, please. So, well, this is what we're doing for him. This is not medical advice. This does not constitute medical advice. This is what he's doing based on what we figured out he can handle. The reason why we're using shakes and bars is because it just easily exactly controls the amount of calories you're taking in. And he likes the taste, and it's easy for him to stick to. So he's fasting 1 day on, 1 day off. We don't know how long he's going to do the intermittent fasting thing for. He might want to keep going after he loses a significant amount of weight. You might, then again, you might just start doing it twice a week. You know,
I'm going to keep going until my weight's in the negatives, and then I'll truly be happy.
Very, very funny, Max. Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys, that I'm sick today. Look, I'm a little sick, guys. I'm very tired. So, whoa, Blind Fox says, I've been persistently dizzy for the past 2 or 3 weeks, probably have a brain tumor. Enjoy your free healthcare. Jesus, I hope not. You sounds like vertigo. Maybe you have an ear infection, Blind Fox. Where do you live? But yeah, so he's doing the 1 day on, 1 day off cycling. Check out 24 fasting afterwards. It's a good lifestyle. Okay, we will. So, hold on. I'm just reading this. Blind Fox. Efrain says hello. And then there's Kevin and Annabelle and James and Gray Reality. Okay, so is there any other questions before we let you guys go? Because this is what we're dealing with. And so prepare to see they're much slimmer Max in a month. Hopefully me not looking so darn sick and tired. By the way, guys, I'm doing a mermaid video tomorrow. I'm recording it. It will be out on my Patreon likely Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So Kevin says the problem comes later when you reach your recommended weight, you will gain most fat. That's not true. If you maintain permanent lifestyle changes, you will not gain weight back. If he loses weight and then goes on a maintenance diet, he will not gain the weight back. This is not a crash diet. This is intermittent fasting. He'll be fine. He's never going to go back to eating big bags of chips and all that other stuff. Because
I still want a whole pizza.
He wants a whole pizza, but he's not going to get one. And I said the only way that he would be able to ever eat a whole pizza is that if he started to weightlift and really calculated his calories, and then he'd have his one cheat meal. But even then, I think just eating whole pizza is a bad habit. Rarely does a person eat a whole pizza. Good luck, Max, says Anne Odell.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to let you guys go. I'm not feeling so hot. You can tell I look like I'm sick. And I just put out a new video on my main channel. Go check it out. You can go leave a like. Just look up at my recent uploads. It's there. My name is Davison. This is Max. Get ready to see a shrinking Max. And we do have something for Mom and Son Try next time. Pick it up off the shelf. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
But this won't break his diet if he has one, because it's only a calorie. We got donut flavored Tic Tacs, but we're going to that's a day that he eats. We'll let him have a couple. We won't have the whole package, right?
I feel fine, by the way, Kevin. Just, I don't know. Sure, medical complications, but I don't feel any different. I maybe feel, sometimes I feel hungry. Sometimes basically the only difference I feel now than before is I just feel hungry sometimes.
And hunger's not like the worst thing in the world. It's not. Oh my goodness. Look at my little red nose. Okay. Love you guys. Wait, Olympic athletes could probably get away with eating a whole pizza. Yeah, but they're in like I said, like if he was a weightlifter, they're in a huge amount of caloric deficit. They're burning off 2,000 calories a day. That's totally different. He is not. He's sedentary. Hi, Anthony. So we're fixing that though. None of this is shameful. I had to lose weight. You know that when I gave birth to you, I was 206 pounds. It took me 3 years to lose the weight. And I didn't do intermittent fasting. I just reduced my calories and walked for a minimum of an hour every day. So I know what it's like to have eaten too much and then had to lose the weight.
Well, I'm not ashamed of any of this. I don't know. I mean, the only gripe I have is just like I'd rather keep it in my inner circle. That's it. But whatever. Hey, I'm not going to be.
But you consented to this video. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Don't be like that, Max.
Okay, all right.
No, because this creates problems.
Okay. Well.
Like this is just so that everyone knows, and for other kids, because this is the problem: is that parents don't talk about their kids' problems that they're causing by their weight. Parents like that school. I partially blame his school for fucking feeding him 3 snacks a day. Like They feed kids like they're going to die if they don't eat. That's the worst thing you can do to your kid is feed them too much. And I was always sending him, maybe not like the best stuff, but they also had all these fucking dietary rules and stuff you couldn't send anymore, which is just ridiculous. It made life hell for parents trying to make lunches when you were growing up. Yeah, they stuff kids and then they don't make them run around. And that's just such a problem. And this is the consequence. Childhood obesity leads to like early diseases that people normally don't get until like their 40s. So you reversing this is actually important. It's an important lesson and it's important statement. If you have a kid, stop feeding them snacks. Stop it. Stop it. You know, talk to their daycare or their schools. Why are you stuffing these kids but then complaining that they're fat? Actually, you're not fat shaming them. They shouldn't be fat with some exception. You know, it's dangerous. It's just as bad as drinking. So that's it. Well, anyhow, most people have to lose. I'm super thin. Well, you're thin, but you also probably eat the way somebody from India does, you know, which is totally different from how we eat in North America. And you're probably much more active. Did you like the yoga idea? Frank says that you should take yoga because it's all women and that you can meet a girl.
I'm fine.
He says he's fine.
I'll just become, I don't know, an incel.
No, you will not become an incel. He has a sense of humor, this guy. Okay, guys, love you lots. We are going to go. I will see you all later.
Bye.
Bye. Davison, would you do challenge for son to do content body transformation for 30 days? Well, we are taking a photo of him shrinking. So you guys will see that eventually. Okay. Bye, guys.